On the heels of their latest bouts, two junior welterweights, Regis Prograis and Matias, have set themselves on a collision course, a battle for supremacy. Boxing is truly heating up, especially if they make the fights we want to see. Let's talk about it. The junior welterweight division is already ablaze with the talent, but it just got a little hotter off of this past Saturday, February 25th, vacant IBF title defense, achievement, acquirement by Shareable Matias with his victory over Jeremias Ponce. Now we see that two of the division's toughest fighters could be very well on a collision course against one another. And this, my friends, would be a hard pick between these two champions. Both talents resonate in the division, as Regis Prograis, who in November of 2022 defeated Jose Zepeda for the vacant WBC super lightweight title, which was vacated by previous undisputed champion Josh Taylor. In a hard-fought battle, Regis Prograis stopped Zepeda in the 11th round of their fight. It was a fight where it saw Regis box his way in a manner that many people thought he would perform that way against Josh Taylor when they faced one another, and when he didn't secure the victory, and that was in October of 2019. But fast track to this past Saturday, the vacant IBF title, where we saw Shareable Matias take on Jeremias Ponce in another hard-fought bout that saw Ponce come out against Matias and attack him, throwing nearly 100 punches in the first round. All types of offensive shots, uppercuts, hooks, straight rights, left uppercuts, all types of shots trying to break down the high guard and defense of Matias. Matias, who is known to be a strong fighter at the weight, was able to wither the early onslaught by Ponce. And you could tell that even after a couple of rounds, Ponce had run out of options. But getting back to Prograis and his performance over Zepeda, we saw much more defensive responsibility by Prograis in that fight. The upper body movement was on point. The fact that he was able to pursue Zepeda behind a stiff jab, followed by banging straight lefts, because Regis is a southpaw, we were able to see him handle himself quite admirably. And Prograis, who stands 5'8" with a 67-inch reach, he's 34 years old, put on one of the best performances of his career, solidifying his victory and becoming a two-time world champion. He now is seeking out the type of challenges worthy of a champion who wants to prove he's the best. Enter Matias. This gentleman showed in his recent victory over Ponce that he is a man on a mission. He has stated that he wanted to be a world champion, and after becoming champion would seek out all the other titles. The thing about Matias is he could truly be a boogeyman in the division. At the age of 30, he's in the center of his prime. He's 5'8" with a 71.5-inch reach, and he's a powerful young man. Showed marked improvement in defense in this particular fight, and with his record, he has proven that he can overcome adversity. Now 19-1, he did avenge his one loss, which was against Petros Anayan, and he did it by stopping Anayan. Prograis didn't get the chance to avenge his one defeat, which came again at the hands of Josh Taylor back in 2019, but his record of 28-1 with 24 knockouts states that Prograis is more than capable, but he needs the type of challenge that Matias brings in the ring. And this is also the type of battle that both men could use to improve their standing in the sport of boxing, but also secure their place as far as legacy. Should this fight take place right away? Not necessarily, but maybe within the next year. Let them both defend their titles at least once so that they can come together to prove who is the man. I have no doubt that either fighter would be disinterested. I know that they would be interested in unification. It's just that they would want to be paid properly, and they would want to have the benefit of a decent enough contract to make the fight worthwhile. You can't deny that they both deserve that. If either man was still a contender with the former undisputed champion holding those belts, it would take ages for one of these men to get the consideration, because vacating titles and ducking and things of that sort would probably come into play. But now that they both are champions, look to see them make the type of moves that others are not making in the sport at this present time. Prograis' victory over Zepeda really solidified him as being a world-class fighter and champion, because even in his defeat against Josh Taylor, many people thought he could have got that decision, and it may have just been a hometown pick for Josh Taylor, seeing that the fight was held in the UK. But you can't deny that Prograis, who has decided to remain at junior welterweight for the rest of his career, it's a clear-cut decision that he has made when he was originally thinking about moving up to 147. I support that 100%, because if you want to be the best, you have to buckle down and do what's necessary and have the discipline to come in and do what's necessary. He's made that choice for himself. As far as Matias, it's a little bit different for him. Being a little bit younger at 30, he has a couple of more years junior to Prograis, and the way that he finishes his battles, he's reminding me of another stalwart fighter in boxing, and that's Artur Beterbiev. He goes in there and he breaks his opponents down. He breaks their spirit, and then he finally breaks them. An awesome display of machinery as he goes about his business in the ring. If he gets the opportunity to face off in a unification fight, you should not count him out. His record, again, like I said, is 19-1 with 19 knockouts. A fierce competitor. Regis, on the other hand, is more of a boxer between the two, but also has a good punch. And he would have to be very careful and defensive responsible against Matias, because Matias will come on and get stronger as the fight goes on. What a fight this could be between these two combatants, and what an opportunity for the fans to enjoy boxing at its best. These two may be the best in the junior welterweight divisions. What do you think? I believe if the two of them were to meet, let's just say at some time in 2024, it would be definitely a fight, a battle that you could put on Fight of the Year candidate. I hope we get it. At this time, as I look at it from an early standpoint, I would have to give an edge to Shareable Matias. The man is strong. He has an indomitable will, and he has the type of ability that comes on as the fight wears on. Regis would have to be slick. He would have to be effective. He would have to possess the type of firepower to keep the man off of him. If his firepower can't keep Matias off, Matias would mow him down. But what a fight it'll be to see. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, the third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know your early thoughts about a potential matchup between these two dynamite champions. That's all I have for you at this time. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.